Buenos dias, mi gente. Welcome back to the channel. We're back with another one. Happy Friday, folks, and we are here with the Maria mango and kiwi down below over here. But I wanted to go ahead and do a quick update on what's growing and what made it, what is still here in Orange City, Florida, folks. Yes, we still got a mango tree alive in the ground. This is the Maria mango that I grafted. This is about a 5-year-old tree. I use this as the black wound healer or sealant, if you will, because of it already had some gummosis coming out of there a while ago. You could see where it was oozing out before. So I used some of that on the bottom. I think I went overboard, but it stopped oozing out. But anyways, we do have some flowers that are still emerging. Came out straight from the trunk, which is quite cool. So she is just now getting some more action and more activity happening. New flush of leaves, looking beautiful. We did get 19 degrees in this area, so this was a big big achievement to be able to keep this girl alive and happy here, because this was unwrapping and wrapping every single night during all of these frosty evenings that we had here, or mornings. But we got flowers and we got hope, y'all. She ain't done yet. I'm gonna try to build a structure around her. I don't know, still debating it, because doing all of that we just went through is a lot, y'all. It's a lot dealing with the plastic, but listen, mission accomplished. So far so good. As long as we get some fruit this year, I will be happy, y'all. If you really love something, can you make it work? I guess so, right? But anyways, she's still alive and well, and we'll show you some other things that are still hanging in there, y'all. Happy Friday to you. Hopefully you guys can hear me. This moringa, this dwarf moringa, needs to be trimmed back. I'm sure it's still alive, but it does take, a little bit of trimming back. I went ahead and chopped down the moringa that I had over here. So that's going to give us some space for another shade house, which is going to get erected right in here. But yeah, these got trimmed back pretty good. And pretty soon, oh, watch, look, they're already sprouting up from right here. You can see them sprouting. They don't take long, y'all. So don't worry, there'll be some more moringa popping out. Sorry about that. Still got a nice sized trunk that I gotta deal with here, but we got stuff in, still growing and showing, folks. Bacopa for the border. My mom fell in love with that recently. We got different types of mints. We got chocolate mint, spearmint, mojito mint. Okay, I don't want to walk through there. Spearmint, mojito mint. I think we have, waiting on the apple, the chocolate. No orange yet, folks, but it's coming. Flowering mangoes, 3 gallons, 50 bucks, y'all. The best flavors that you need in your life. But Dwayne, we just went through a cold spell and I lost all of mine. What makes you think that I'm gonna jump back into it so soon and invest in another tree? Well, that's where you come in, and you have to decide if it's worth gambling on another tree and stepping foot back into the game, right? Some of us take a little bit of time out and we have to adjust and go, well, let's deal with what we have, look over them, right? Little Julie putting on a show, a little plethora of blooms. Put on, you have to see if it's worthy or worth your time to continue the fight in growing the greatest fruit in the world. In the world, I'm telling you, this coconut cream, I think that's what that is. Yep, this coconut cream will put a smile on your face. I know it's tough. You folks probably are like, man, that's going to be a difficult thing to do. Well, if you grow them in the ground, depending on where you're located, this is all location, right? But if you planted accordingly, you may not have the largest tree, folks. No, you may have to settle for something a little bit smaller, a smaller crop. Maybe the family doesn't get as much as they're used to, right? But you can still produce some fruit in a pot, right? So can it be done? Well, yes. Are we going to lose a lot of fans that were just now getting into growing? Well, yes, that as well. You know, there's going to be some people that are like, dude, it just got down into the teens here. I don't want to play anymore, you know, because I understand. Listen, we are the furthest north, right? I would say Volusia County that's really pushing the envelope of growing these mangoes, right? I'm sure there's a few more, of course, but I'm saying in this area. But we also have to truck them up further north. We pay more and we gamble more. So it is different than, you know, you people down south living it up down there. Still getting some damage, you know. That's some winter Mexicans for that answer, y'all. Still young. These will still take a little bit of protection this year. But this is the avocado that we may have to just, I don't want to say settle for, but grow and have in our collection. That way you can become successful. People still want these varieties. They're just going to have to adjust. You may need to put them in a greenhouse. You may need to put these in a 25-gallon and rock them that way, right? There's going to be some adjustments made for the real ones that want to continue this lifestyle, because I hate to say it, this is where the rubber hits the road and people are going to split, and some, I hate to say it, but some are just going to get back into that grass hole life. You know, you're going to want to go out and get a new John Deere, brand new cup holder, woo, with some speakers on it. And you maybe want to get into the grass game, growing some beautiful grass. And maybe you want to start competing with the Johnsons up the road because his grass is green and got that beautiful St. Augustine in there. Maybe that's your life. Maybe you need to go back to growing grass. And, you know, there's always a beauty in a nice, fresh cut lawn, you know. Some people will. They're going to go ahead and they're going to quit. And they're going to say, my trees and my leaves look, you know, crispy. So therefore, I'm just going to go back to doing what I know and loving life and just pretending like everything is good. I run the weed eater. I run the blower. Edges are perfect. HOA's happy, right? Yay! You know, instead of growing some amazing fruit that you can't see right now because a lot of that stuff's still working. It's still working. I know. I'm trying to sell you on continuing, folks. You cannot give up just yet. You know, there are ways to get some fruit in pots. Show us. Let's see. Let's see here, folks. Some easy winners. Them mulberries. Mulberries are very easily grown in pots. Look at this little Thai dwarf just putting on a show already. From Jump Street. Early success. You know, for you people that want instant gratification, that can't wait, that want to read the back of the book first, you know, I get it. I get it. Listen, mulberries, that's going to be your tree. Thai dwarf, you know, which I'm going through some things with this Thai dwarf type of situation. I'm not going to say too much, but I didn't know that a lot of people are assuming that Thai dwarf is Chiang Mai 60. Let's get a mulberry expert to chime in on this. Is Thai dwarf and Chiang Mai 60 the same? Because Google says that they're used interchangeably. Is it a ice cream banana slash blue Java type of scenario? Clarify this up, because I got a little online deal going on where this is getting representing. There was some, I don't want to say too much, but anyways, is Thai dwarf its own mulberry, or is it also known as Chiang Mai? I did order Chiang Mai. It is coming in. But if you are growing Chiang Mai and Thai dwarf, is there a difference? Can't trust Google. I don't trust it because Google doesn't have a garden and they ain't growing a Thai dwarf. So whether it grows 15 feet like it says on Google, or does my tree grow taller than 15, you know, and this isn't it, you know, I need some clarification for you mulberry growers if you are growing the Thai dwarf, because that's how it was sold to me, right? So that's what I know it as, but some people are stating that it is also known as the Chiang Mai 60. I don't have that one just yet, but if you are growing them both, let me know, because this thing produces a ton of fruit just like the Chiang Mai, but is it a different variety? Anyway, we're going to show you some fruits because you guys have been waiting so patiently. Thank you so much. Happy Friday. I mean, strawberry guavas will kick you off a bunch of fruits. This one took the punishment, got a little bit crispy on some of the edges, but is now putting on new growth and blooms. But see, folks, if you're going to push the envelope, maybe you need to have a backup plan. Maybe you set up a little greenhouse. Now, I am no carpenter, and I'm not telling you to do it in an HOA and then blame me and forward all of your bills and legal battles my way. That's not what I'm doing. I ain't got it like that. So you're on your own. I'm just telling you what worked for me. And to be able to keep this carry tree nice and happy, and this is the first flush, y'all. A lot of people complain that Carrie doesn't like to put out the first time on the first flush, but I'm having a-okay success, right? She's doing awesome. Why? Because I tell her that I love her, give her a little caressing, you know, we talk to them. We treat them really nice here in Growing Together Nursery. We don't play games. We don't ignore them, you know, talk down to them. We don't kick them and bully them and say, give me fruit or else you're at. No, no, no. Shh. You hear that? The buzzing of the bees. They're up there helping out CAC. Now, some of y'all are looking at me going, dude, how do you keep your CAC in a pot? And I know a lot of y'all are wondering, CAC is an aggressive grower and you're containing your CAC? How? Listen, man, and woman, and others, listen, there is a way. You slowly, you have to prune it back, right? Once you get the fruit off, whack your CAC back, man. That's the way it has to work. Unfortunately, it cannot get out of hand in this. This is a 25 gallon, and I don't want to step it up anytime soon. But can you contain your CAC in a pot? I think it's possible. If you have a little bit of self-discipline, give it some good water, little fertilization. And what are you feeding this thing? Why is it flowering so nicely? Are you spraying it with anything, D? What are you doing? Why isn't it getting all the powdery mildew like everything else? I don't know. I'm not spraying it with anything whatsoever. I did hit it with a little bit of H2O, but right here next to her, dang, Kiwi's on a squirrel. We got Valkyrie, and this one's got a little bit of the mildew, little PM on there. So that one's getting affected by powdery mildew, just a hair. These blooms in the back over here have a little bit of mildew on there as well. But we're going to see if she can push through the pain, folks. This is what it is. Even though you keep them alive, and we got a wasp working that one right there, is can you get the fruit out of it? Got some bees over here talking to one another, claiming their flowers. Look at that one there. So the plastic is coming down this week. I am going to go ahead and take this down. I think we're all clear. I mean, that's what I assume. Now, you do whatever you want to do in your area. I don't tell no one what to do. I'm just telling you, don't give up, man. If you're a real grower, take a break, relax, you know, maybe play a video game or something. I don't know what else you do to, you know, clear your head or whatever. But this life, it ain't going to be for everybody. But if you want them fresh mangoes and you don't trust anybody growing your precious fruit, and you got to do it yourself, then you got to jump back on that horse, buy another tree. Maybe not 75 varieties. Maybe we have a couple just to say, I love you to the trees that you got. I know, Dwayne, you're saying that because you saved yours. I was very close to losing everything as well. I could have lost a lot of this stuff, right? If I didn't quickly go ahead and tic-tac this together. And is it perfect? No, I seamed these two up, and I'll give you guys a quick little tip. I know there's going to be some more structures coming up here this next year, so check it. These two are actually 3 different pieces, right? Don't use duct tape for this sealant. Use Gorilla Tape. It is very strong. I will totally use it next time. There is some on the very top there. Dang, Kiwi's back here going nuts. But Gorilla Tape will keep this together. I'll improve it next year. That way there is not this overhang here. But thank you, Jesus. It did hold up. It held up pretty good. But Gorilla Tape is definitely it. It's Not perfect, but listen, it held, kept my girls alive. Man, I got a dog that's going nuts, yo. Kept my girls alive, so we are happy. Hang on, y'all. We got something. Oh, a squirrel up in the tree. Come on. Come on. Sorry, folks. All right. You see, it keeps your girls alive. And I'm not here to push fruit, not to sell the fruit itself. I'm letting you know what it is that I'm doing to sell you the tree. I know. I'm a fruit tree pusher, and that's okay. I chose this life, but kind of this life chose me. How would you say that, D? Why would you say that? Listen, 10 years ago, actually, this seedling, not this one specifically, but this type of seedling, the Maria mango, fell into my lap, and I decided to plant that little tree amongst others. Little seeds that popped, and this is the third. This is Maria the third, right? Maybe even the fourth. I didn't write it down. I'm sorry. But yeah, anyways, the seedling popped fruit in 6 years over in a undisclosed location. I'm not going to tell you where it happened, but it happened, and we have it all on video. We got footage. Anyway, long story short, Maria is her name. Putting on big, delicious coconut flavored mangoes is her thing. That's what she's going to do. Hold her back? No, you can't hold her back. She's going to put on a plethora of fruit. Unlike you. No, I'm kidding. No, we're going to go ahead and take care of that one. We're going to warm her back up. That's Venus over here. Don't look at her like that. I know. You're thinking, yeah, you're talking all this good stuff. Don't worry. We'll give her love later. Don't. No. It's about the life right now. We'll talk about the ones that are struggling down the road. All right. But anyways, we're going back to, can you keep your crop alive? Can it be done? Yes. It takes a lot of work. Yes. Is child labor appreciated during times like this? I would assume so, right? If you got some kids that you're like, dude, let's go. You got hands on deck. You got some soldiers that are ready to work and help out. Yeah, that's what this was all about, right? I have a barking dog that wants to do whatever she wants to do, and helping, not right now. Well, I'm not going to complain about her because she does keep the pests at bay. This one is none other than, some of y'all know her. I know some of y'all are screaming through the phone. Oh my gosh, that's Pina Colada. You know it is. You know this one is a big hitter now. I am going to love on this tree because this may be the best fruit that we get in a dwarf variety this year, right? I don't know about our Ceci if she's going to put on anything, but this is a beautiful little showing of fruit or flowers so far. Not too bad. Not to be outdone. I know, I hear it. Not to be outdone with the old coconut cream. Look at that. Very pink like panicles. Sorry. Got kids watching. Got potential new growers out there. Kids have to get involved. You know, this was on a podcast. They were talking about getting kids involved. You got to get the kids involved, y'all. I know this is a tough time to get, heck, a lot of you growers back involved. But listen, life goes on. You've got to eat some good fruit, and it ain't going to happen unless you do it on your own, time, your own property, your own control, folks. Coconut cream. Can she hold? I don't know. You're going to have to tune in. Who's that? Who's that one holding some fruits on the end there without the powdery mildew? Oh, this one they say is very difficult. Ooh, difficult to get fruit. But can we hold just a few to taste it, to just tell you that it's a good fruit and that you still need it in your life? Can we do it? I believe so. Yep. That's her. You know, the sugar loaf stays green. Man, is she mean? Listen, all this little highlighting of the leaves, I'm not a fan of. I will give her some kelp, a little foliar feed. This one, you know her too. Beautiful blooms. She's Super Julie. Coming in. She was holding off for a while, and then all of a sudden, boom, gives us a little bit of hope that maybe, just maybe, we'll put on a few fruits. If you like Julie, Super Julie will be your girl for this area up here. Well, in our honest opinion, right? You grow whatever you want to grow these days. Ice cream put out one flush, and now putting on another one. Will it fruit in this tiny situation, this tiny tree? No, I don't think so. I'm not expecting too much, but we got some green stuff out here, and a lot of this stuff is thanks to that greenhouse, right? Without that, most of these would be toast right now, and I would be licking my wounds as well. But whether they're mulberries or, yeah, look at this, white mulberries kicking up some new growth and blooms or fruit as we speak now. So mulberries are back. That is a great little insurance tree. If you want to give up on mangoes, maybe start a mulberry patch. They're fun. Kids love them. Lemon zest, not so much. Well, we got hope there. There's still some more there. We got a couple more. Don't give up on the zest, y'all. It could just happen. This is the tree that didn't hold fruit last year. So one cool thing that I'm doing is planting more of this forbidden herb. Why is it forbidden? Well, they tell you not to grow it in the ground, so therefore I figured that's a cool thing to do. What is it? What is it? This one is spearmint. What I do is I'll just take a pinch and eat it. Yay! But I kind of like dip like it, you know, like I'll put it in my lip and kind of hang on to it. And it's wonderful. I've really fallen in love with the spearmint. Adds an addition to the toothpick. I know. But it does help. I love it. Very fragrant. And I should have been doing that a long time ago. Tanga Tuba is letting loose on these blooms, y'all. She is just putting on a show. Now, is it just that? Will she put on a little bit of fruit so we can finally taste it in all of her glory? Because this is a fruit that I haven't had just yet. We've had one fruit, and that one had to give it up, folks. Sometimes they're for you. Sometimes you gotta have a little respect for the tree right away. But anyways, we got some things growing. Things are happening. And we're still on the move, folks. We're not giving up this year. I know we lost some soldiers along the way. This fly right here. We see you. Some of these trees, they'll have more flies than others. Some are more wasps. It is different. I don't know if the trees will call in certain types and they're like, hey, today we want the bees. And then tomorrow, oh yeah, bring on the flies. I don't know. Or if they smell different, you know? Some trees smell different and they may bring in different, I don't know. Bro signs, mango signs, right? This is San Paris. Woo! Don't look at her like that. She's already sold. I know. Don't look at her like that. I know you're like, oh, I'll go in there and make him an offer. He can't refuse. I can't. My sister will whoop mine. Listen, Harvest Moon. I got to make a video on this one. This is in ground, right? I did go ahead and wrap her, kept her in a blanket and plastic throughout all of the freezing nights. They say if they hold the leaves, it's a bad thing. And here we are holding leaves. So, still alive, don't worry. Listen, folks, I know. Do a scratch and sniff test. Look. Just for you curious kittens out there. Hang on. A little scratch test. It's green. You see that? Right there. Can you see that? Anyway, it's green. Don't worry. Harvest Moon, thick girl. She'll be okay, y'all. Don't worry. Don't cry for her. Argentina. This is a sad one, y'all. Bumpy mango. Or, no, bumpy avocado. Bumpy avocado now has to be regrafted and made more of because the other bumpy is gone. The backups that I had are gone. And now this is the only bumpy that exists. I know. I saved it again, y'all. So listen, we're going to continue doing it. We're going to make more. This one needs to be in your backyard down south. It's a great avocado. Some say the best avocado that they've ever eaten in their lives. My mom says that. And I will say, listen, I haven't had years and years of eating avocados, but that's a good one. All right. Big, large, very creamy. I know it starts to, it starts to sound very weird, but listen, it's a very nice and creamy avocado. You're going to love it. Anyways, we're going to make more. That's what we're going to do. Make more. And are we still living the dream back here? Some trees are. Others are still working. This carry is not looking bueno, folks. Not looking good. I wrapped the trunk, but no signs of life just yet. Talk to her. I'm going to trim her back. It's going to happen. You did what? Who is this? Why would you? What did you do? Why would you just had a, but everyone just lost. I, I know, I know, I know. Listen, we do things because we love this game. This is why we do it, right? This is a Karen Michelle seedling, that return to sender that I did a while ago, right? And she's a biggin. She's gonna take that punishment. Not punishment. This type of growing over here in this area, right? She's a big grower, big tree. I believe in this one. I believe that this winter was a fluke. Maybe, just maybe, we get a couple more years. All right, this one is a little guava. I planted a little guava next to her. And I'm going to build a nice little wall of loquats over here. These little soldiers will sit over here, and they're going to give me some wind protection. Along with this pomelo, I've already talked to her. She's going to get growing once again. Have to cut off all this dead stuff. She's going to go ahead and, sorry, I will call you back. Things are looking good for some. For others, they're going to reset. They're going to regrow. The bacon avocado is making a small comeback after losing 3 feet. Yay, but it's okay. It's above the graph, so we're at least gonna grow her back slowly. And you did it again. I know, I told you guys, I ain't done yet. We're gonna plant more mangoes and more mangoes and more mangoes. Now, will I lose more mangoes? Yes, that is part of the process. But folks, that's what I'm here for. A good time, not a long time. You hear me? Listen, I'm gonna grow mangoes up in here until you guys are like, are you serious? Another one? Another one, DJ Khaled. This one is Diamond. Diamond return to sender that I did. We like this mango. I have to eat this one slow because on a good day, it's not too bad. It's very nice and sweet, but you can get some funky flavors in that. Don't get it twisted. Little daikon for you. But yeah, you can get some funky flavors in that. Now, are you going to plant all of your seedlings, D? No. This little juicy peach, she's going to hang with me for a little bit. A little juicy peach seedling. She sits lower. It's a smaller tree. So I have faith that we can go ahead and keep that one pretty small. Who else? Look at this one. She deserves. We've already had a conversation with her parents. We believe that this tree, who is it? I know. Hang on. This tree deserves a spot in our beautiful Florida sand here. I believe so. She's already over my head, which is about 7 feet, 10 inches. No, she's all of 6'3", maybe 4-ish, right? But none other than, first and foremost, is my grab. I did this one a while ago, and it's a good size trunk, and it's one that just has to fly, y'all. She's got to test out this weather herself. She's a stubborn tree. She believes that she can do it, and she moves in this pot a little bit. So I got to put her in the ground. So I got a good spot for her. Is she my favorite? Don't. We'll talk later. Listen, I'm just saying, we got a spot for her right up in here. So we still got some trees. Action's happening. Am I planting? I am, folks. I'm not going to go ahead and wait until I should have had this already in the ground. I'm already making moves as you sleep. Kent mango. Let me explain to you how delicious a Kent is. You ever heard about a Kent? You have a minute? Kent mango, putting on a few blooms and maybe some more growth up top. Jabos are coming through, so some of those will be getting planted, but this is the one you came for. This is the one you wanted to know all about right here. I know, you're curious about, is he going to get them Pakis, them Pakistans? Oh, look at them, they're coming out from the top, from this branch and that branch. Are they falling off? I don't know. I hope not, because man, we've been waiting and waiting for like 4 years. Feels like forever, but I feel like this is the year. I think she wants to be in the mulberry mashup. I've already talked to her. She's already put in the paperwork, but if she doesn't show a berry, DQ'd, folks. I know, 2 years in a row, it may be. Listen, I'm not being mean to her, all right? I know some of y'all gonna put in the complaint and say I'm a little aggressive on the rules and whatnot, but you gotta be able to produce a berry in order to be in the mashup. If not, you sit on the bench. Or you can be like this little everbearing. I don't know the name for this one, so therefore I cannot sell it to you. You guys can ID this one. Give me a name. Give me a name. Who do you work for? Yeah, if you give me a name, maybe I can sell it, but unfortunately it is still a no-name variety here. I just call it Altamont Sweet because I got it from a dude from his backyard in Altamont. It's a sweet fruit, but it kind of grows kind of more straight up, but like an everbearing type. I don't know. Rollinia putting on some beautiful, smooth growth on there. You haven't touched a Rollinia lately? It's like smooth, like better than teepee, y'all. This is not going to tell you to wipe. No, not with these leaves. These are precious. Just saying, very soft, very smooth. And oh yeah, she's got blooms up top. Don't you worry. These little trees are kicking out some blooms here and there, some more than others. And we're hopeful. We're hopeful that we can get some fruit to work up here at some point. Man, these flies are already working. Black sapote, matte snow. These leaves, the new growth on these are beauts, y'all. The new growth are really beautiful. Very soft as well. Nothing like the Rollinia, but it's still very nice to be able to walk and touch. I'm sorry, man. I like to. And if you do come here, I don't mind you touching a leaf. Just don't touch the fruit, y'all. Do not molest the mangoes. We need those here untouched and Look at those little blooms. Hopefully they actually hold something. Come on now, miracle fruit. Yeah, I don't mind you touching a leaf or two, but don't molest the mangoes. Grab your own fruits, kids. We got a plane overhead. The nectarine is putting on some leaves and some blooms. Hopefully we can get some fruit out of that. Haven't had those. Giant Suriname cherry is going to go into the earth somewhere around here. Haven't found a spot just yet. But this little girl, minding her own business, just sitting there doing what she does best, and found herself in a nice, beautiful place. Along with this Lipia alba, went ahead and planted that over here on the third row. But this one is going to make it and do great things right here. Right here, I believe so. Pretty confident in this move. Poncho, I choose you. Yep, we went with Poncho. All right, we're going to attack with Poncho. This is like you video gamers. Listen, growing can be just like that. You get slapped in the mouth, you come back, you throw another tree in there and say, take that, Mother Nature. Right? We are at war across the seas. I know it's terrible. I know. And we're at war here with the weather, right? That's my war. That's what I'm dealing with, right? We just grow kale and keep your mouth shut and worry about them. No, we can't do that. We got to grow some good stuff, push the envelope, right? Not give up. This one needs to go into the earth, but I do not want to disturb all of this wasp action. And I don't want to get stung either. I don't know if you're picking up on all of this wasp that are happening. There's probably like 4 different species all on the same tree at once. And I know if I go ahead and I were to try to make a move, I'm going to get stung. And I don't need that in my life today. The swelling just went down from the last one. But listen, these on the day avocado, these little wasps are doing work on the day over here. They don't care that I'm here. They don't care that there's more than one. You see how Mother Nature, they all share? They're not fighting. They're not over here doing nothing. But anyway, 7 gallons going down. It's happening, y'all. I see you. I see you. Watch, watch. We're gonna talk to her. Come on. I know you want to know who's this new one in the ground over here. Big leaf. Uh-oh. Small tree. I know. She's still cooking, y'all. But we just got her. And look at this. Looky, looky. Who is she? Let's first some. Oh, don't disturb that fruit. Look at that. That's a mulberry right there already. I know this thing is known for doing it, for fruiting early. None other than, dun, 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 that Skinner, y'all. Skinner mulberry from Edible, what is it? Incredible Edible. Sorry. But we already got fruit already dangling, coming out quickly, y'all. Woo, that's going to be a great little tree here. Put it out here in the open. That way she can help out. Maybe cover these 3 sugar loaves. Little seedlings, I know. 3 in the hole. Now they're all gone. Maybe they'll rebound. But we are backing them up, y'all. Are we growing dandelions for show? Yes, we are. Just for you. No, more loquat seedlings are going down. We need more protection. Are we planting them every 10 feet? Yes. Are they going to save all of us here? Are they going to save all of my crops? Because they're going to protect it all and we're all going to rejoice and say, yay, thank you, loquats. Are we going to say that? Probably not right now. Not for a couple of years. We got some time before they really do start growing. They're about 1.5 feet, so not for a while, right? It's going to take some time. We are wide open over here. Hey, 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 hey. So we are wide open over here. So the wind and that sun this year is going to slap us, y'all. It's gonna be painful. I had these turpentines in my Valencia Pride doing work over here, so they were keeping us in the shade. But now, womp womp womp, we are open. Kiwi's over here barking at the neighbors. Don't run out and get a Kampong mauve right away. This one, no, I'm kidding. It's got nothing to do with the species. It's just the location. And we got zapped here, y'all. Ice cream banana. Cute. Stop. Ice cream banana already shooting off. They don't care. They're gonna keep coming back. Turpentine rootstocks, maybe, y'all. But loquats and more loquats will be planted here, along with more of these insurance fruits. These are just boring dwarf everbearings, D. This is gonna make you happy. Listen, when these things start kicking off and they start ripening up, and you sit out here and you get yourself a nice little fistful of these, it puts a smile on your face for a little bit. Yes, it makes you forget what really ails you, forgets that you're, doing work that you may not want to do, whatever it is, man. It's going to take your mind off of all of that life, gunk, that road. Oh yeah, little red shoulder hawk calling out. We see you. That tree is DED, unfortunately. Got struck by lightning, so we're just waiting for that one to come back to earth. I know. But anyways, folks, it's Friday. I just wanted to walk you around, show you a couple of new things that are still green, some that aren't with us anymore, and some that we're just going to plant around. Maybe it comes back. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. But grow some other things in between. Just don't stop growing, man. That's the whole deal. Find the things that still tickle you, right? The ones that still want to grow maybe easily, right? Suriname cherries. They don't look good now, but they're still alive. They're still alive and they'll kick out fruit in no time. Maybe you want to be that kumquat king. I don't know. Maybe you want the Centennial because this thing is bulletproof, right? You're gonna have a ton of fruit off of it. Maybe for you, right? Maybe it's just me that only got one, huh? No, I'm kidding. Um, Maybe you want the Miwa over there. That Miwa, that's not for everyone. Maybe not for you, right? I don't know. Maybe it is. Find it, seek it, eat it. You find out if you need it in your life. But I guarantee you what you do need is this Thai dwarf, right? Whatever the real name is and how it got started, listen, I don't know. But this mulberry here, the one I have, is a fantastic little shrub-like tree that gets up there and just wants to keep you fed with berries all day long. It wants to stuff these berries in your mouth, y'all. You just all you have to do is stand here and look up and just watch the berries fall in your mouth. I'm telling you. Wait, just wait a few weeks, y'all. It's gonna happen. Yeah. I know, so too much. But listen, look at that. Already starting to turn some colors. Come back and find out, y'all. And if you want some, we got them right here. What? Right from her Especial. We are propagating everything and trying to find out who's no longer with us. Wah, wah, wah. But what do we do? Do we quit? Do we run? Do we go to the store? I'm not. I'm going to continue growing these grapefruits that I have control over, whether they're going to be more persimmons, right? Maybe you start a little persimmon patch in your backyard instead. Maybe you run to the peaches, all these stone fruits and nectarines, and you run to the figs because you no longer like brown limbs and no longer like to have your heart broken. I get it. I know. I lived this life before. You grow the trees, they break your heart. You say you're never going to grow again. I know. It sounds like alcohol, right? Oh, I'm never going to drink again. Then you get out there, dance floor, and you start acting a fool. I know, it happens. We all lie to ourselves, and it's okay. Never going to do it again. But when these mangoes start calling you back, when the Kathy is like, listen, do you remember how great you were? How great I was and how you loved me? You loved me last year. I'm worth it. Grow me. They start talking to you. No? Just me? It's just me. Okay. You guys, all right. Maybe you don't love this fruit. Maybe you don't get it. Okay. I'm kidding. But listen, whatever it is that you want to grow and whatever it is that you want to eat, listen, it's on you. All I'm saying is, as for GTN, for the Growing Together network here, yeah, we're gonna grow a little grass in between them. Yeah, don't focus on this grass, all right? And you don't start growing more grass at home. That's the one thing you need to focus on is get rid of that grass, all right, and get some fruit trees in there. Maybe mulberries will just be the way that you grow. This one here is Bryce's best, and even though they are cold hardy, you can see that this one is kind of got zapped by the frost. This is all kind of dead up top, so it flushed out from the bottom. So Bryce's wasn't too happy with that last frost. All these little blooms here for growths are all dried up. So anyways, we got work to do, folks, and we're open. Come by and see us. I know we're gonna celebrate with some trees. This one's going right here into the earth here because we need some more coverage. Will it save us? Not right away. Not right away. All right. Maybe these camellias in a few years will grow up and they will help us as well, block some of this wacky wind. But don't give up. That's the moral of the story. If you love it, grow it. Just grow it in a smaller area, maybe in a pot. Look at this Suriname cherry already showing new growth. Cute. Come on. Come on. Come on. She's over here antagonizing the dogs. Sorry, folks. We got to go. All right. Even though our fruit trees look like this, there's still hope, folks. There's still hope. And there's new trees coming on the scene. All right. There's new stuff that you haven't had yet. I know you haven't had all of the fruits. It's not possible. But grow them in containers. Give them another chance. Gotta go. And folks, have a great weekend. We will be open Saturday and Sunday. And rain's coming. Rain is here. Love you. Have a great weekend.